going on? Okay, that's it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Russell Journal. My name is Russell, and this is my journal entry for Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. Okay, not really much to comment on as far as news goes. Obviously, still the bank thing has been kind of turmoil and stuff like that. A lot of turmoil with that. I'm going to try and bring this down a little more because it looks just odd. There we go. Anyway, with the banks turmoil, blah, 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 CPI, PPI, bad data, probably going to have a recession, blah, 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 blah. None of that really matters. What really matters is ultimately the technicals. So, and again, this is my personal journey, so we're all about the personal stuff. About the personal, how I'm doing as far as trading goes. Now, jumping into today, into really everything. All right. Let's go through the disclaimer. One, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru. None of this content that you're watching here should be seen as educational or informative. This content is 100% just it's here for me to review, and it's here for a few of my peers to also review. And so that is what this is about. For you watching this, at the most, it will be in entertainment purposes. That's it. Okay. Now really kind of gauging from things here, some of the stuff about this, about today and today's trading. I woke up today and massive gap down on the chart. And this irritated me. I woke up just kind of irritated by this just in general because essentially it felt like the futures guys had taken all of the meat off the bone of this. And as the day went on and I was looking for trades and looking for things to do with this, I really struggled to find some stuff. I put on probably 4 different trades today. 3 of them, the first one was an easy stop out, small loss, little $30 loss, not a big deal. Stopped out for that. And that was okay. So let's look at the chart. Okay. So this is pretty much all of this is what's happened in today. We got below this 387. So this is from last night, the close of the yesterday. We gap down all the way under here and go for this run down below here. You can see multiple times throughout the morning it tried to break above 387, but it just didn't have the signal to do that. It didn't have the strength to do that, and it just kind of kept staying down here. Originally, I thought when we got the break above 386 and we ran to 387, we would get a run up. So I went long for the break of that off of some of my signals on some of the longer time frames. We are on the 30-minute chart right here right now because the trade that I did land, I did wind up taking. I'm going to show you this. This is the one as far as like my paper trading goes and my as far as my paper trading goes and how everything sort of played out. I have the only one right now is the one that's freshest in my mind, and it was a great trade. It was fantastic. I get 75 or 80 out of 100 points on this one trade. Was very, very happy about it, and it worked out really, really well. As a matter of fact, we're on the 15-minute chart. Let me go to the 30-minute. We'll start here. Okay, so I haven't reviewed all of my trades for the day. I had 2 in between here that were intermittent and just stopped out for a loss. Definitely followed my stops. And so as far as risk goes, those 2 trades were 25 points. Okay, so the way this works, right, is the goal here right now is to paper trade, take 10 trades, treat them very seriously. Okay, that's the goal. Okay. What I'm looking for is to the point where I am executing at like an 80% accuracy. That's what I want to see that I'm doing. Now, I'm being a little cavalier with this because the first 10 trades that I do with this are not meant to be anything other than a benchmark. Think of it like going to the gym, and after maybe the first 2 weeks doing kind of a doing like some sort of max 1 rep max out, so you kind of know where you are as far as strength goes. It's not really a benchmark of who you are, what you're doing. But if you are in a gym and you're doing, if you've done much weight loss, especially through the weightlifting side of things, you'll know that 60 to 70% on your load of your 1 rep max is typically where you're at on more traditional heavy weight loss programs for the for weightlifting. If you're using weights as far as your form of depleting calories. So this is very similar to that, or at least mentally, that's how I'm treating the paper trading side of this, is that the first 10 trades, I really want to see from kind of a cavalier perspective, how I'm doing, just kind of where I am. I'm not trying to fix anything. I'm not trying to correct anything. I'm not trying to make it be perfect or have any concept of even what perfect would be with this. Other than sort of understanding my rating system and stuff like that. So as far as my paper trading goes, you can say it's either any trade I take gets scored on a score of 0 to 100. And it has 4 basic tenements to it. To score a perfect 100 has to have 4 things identified as far as what would give a paper trade, any trade I take, a perfect trade. Obviously, the first one is the signal, which is my signal to take a trade. My second one is to take is the entry price at which I enter at the trade. The next one is profit targets, taking profit at targets. Or at the very end, the fourth one is having either some sort of risk set up as far as setting a stop loss and having a risk profile goes. So the last trade I took today was one that I've been trying to get very, very much so. It wound up being about a $1,300 profit. It's something I have been working very hard to figure out and understand where I need to be positioned and when I need to be positioned there. Because it's not because I do trade 0-day to expiration contracts, which can be very dangerous and they're very volatile. And so they're a derivative of whatever stock or index you're trading on. I trade on SPY, which is the proxy for the S&P 500 or the cash equivalent for that. So my options are 0 DTE on the SPY as what I trade. So coming into today, again, like I said, I woke up and found myself utterly aggravated at the gap down, especially that it was such an aggressive gap down. I was really wondering. I didn't know what that would mean. Basically, where the gap down set us is that it put us so close to the daily time frame lower Bollinger Band that even if it did tank from here, I wasn't going to be able to take a trade on it based on what my parameters are for an A+ setup. So anyway, so jumping into this, obviously you get this touch of 407 early on. You can see above here we've had our liquidity problems above 407. That's been really, really problem. That has been the resistance for most of today, has been in this on the 30-minute time frame. Where I got the real winner trade here was back here on the 30-minute, and I got the signal. The slow stochastic came out of oversold. My goal was to achieve the 18-period moving average on the 30-minute. Now, the one thing I want to show you here on this that makes this a little bit rough, or made this rough for me, was, and I'll pull this up right here so you can see it. Okay, so here you go. You're up at the 18 up above the 18-period moving average on the 15-minute time frame. At the close of this candle is where we get the signal on the 30-minute. Okay, so these two candles ended the first 30 minutes. The first 15 minutes of the next candle was all selling. So here I'm sitting here. I executed right before this candle opened. I went ahead and executed the trade because I was trying to front run the position. I thought you would get this blast like straight on through. We did not. It pulled back here, tried to get underneath the 18 on the 15-minute moving average, couldn't get below there, and we did catch this big move up right here. Now, so here's where I